Hey everybody, my name's Lindy Baldy, and I wanted to talk to you about Color Streets nail strips. They are amazing. They are 100% nail polish, and they go on very easy, and you can adapt them to your nails no matter if they're long or short or wide or narrow. You can even use these on your toes, and they are 100% nail polish, and they actually are 3 layers. They have the base coat, the color, and the top coat all in one. The top 2 coats are dried already, and then the bottom coat is about 95% dry, so you can, it's a little sticky, so that's how it adheres to your nails. So even though they seem like stickers, they are, but they aren't. So when you get your Color Street nail strips, they come in a package like this. This color is called Aubergine. It's very hard to say, but if you open it, they come like this. Looks like somebody tried to open this one, probably me earlier. You open them up, you get all your little strips. There's a bunch in here, so you can adapt them to whatever your size nails are. And of course our neighbor is going to turn on maybe a drill or a saw, I'm not sure. But I'm gonna keep going because I already opened them. Then you have your nail file, which you need. A little tidbit about nails filing is always make sure you go in the same direction. I'm still working on that habit. Instead of going back and forth like this, make sure you go in one direction. It keeps them from being jig-jaggedy. You also get your little nail prep, which is like an alcohol pad, so you always want to make sure you do that before you apply your nail strips. File your nails, buff them, make sure your cuticles are pushed down because that makes a big difference. And then always use your nail prep pad. So I'm going to go ahead and do mine and show y'all how to, and you just go over them all. I hope that's not too loud. I think it's a circular saw. What can you do? It's a beautiful day. Okay, so you do that. Then you have your little package here, and you see how they're nice and sealed. Once you open them, you'll kind of tell that they smell like nail polish because they are. And there's a little bitty little split there, I guess. You want to tear it, and then they're open. Now once they're open, you want to go ahead and use them. You don't have to be like in a rush to use them, but you also don't want to let them sit around for several hours because they will dry out. A little tip: when you're done, put your strips that you have, because you won't use all of these for a manicure. You put them back in this same little handy dandy container, take your flat iron, you barely have to let it warm up, and seal these back up, and then they'll be good to go for your next time. So normally you want to start with your pinky, do your ring finger, and then save your thumbs for last, and you'll see why, because you're going to use your thumbnail as your tools. I'm going to show you on my ring finger because if I use this color as an accent nail, I'll be ready to roll. So what you want to do is, they're two-ended. Pick out which one looks closest to the nail you're going to use, and this one's a little narrower here, and this one's a little wider. And I already know that this one is going to work for my ring finger, so I'm going to take this one off. And actually, you see how you can kind of measure it like that, and I can see that actually it's not the first one, it's the second one, it's the third one that I like to use for my ring finger. So you pull it apart, set these to the side. They come like this, and they have a couple of layers. There's actually 3 layers in this strip. So this little clear piece you take off. That's not your clear polish, it's built into the colored strip part. And then you'll see a little gray tab, and that's gonna separate your color from the backing. You don't have to worry about it sticking because you have a little bit of leeway with the sticking. So I like to go ahead and pull this little tab off, and then you just have your color strip. And to be honest, I like to keep a little bowl or something handy so I can put the trash, because if not, they kind of go everywhere. So if you put the sticky part, like with this finger, and more in the middle, you have a little bit of more control over where you apply it. And I'm going to apply it just right on my ring fingernail. Try not to get it on your cuticle if you can. And see, it's like that, and see how this part is longer. What you want to do first though is once you're happy with where it is, you want to rub in the center, and on the sides, in the center, on the sides. I did that opposite, didn't I? And I like to give mine just a very slight tug, very slight, because they're moldable. If you pull it too tight, it's going to pop off, but just a very slight tug, and then fold it down. And when you do, you can see it like that. You want to make sure just a little bit overlaps at the end of your nail, because then that helps it keep from wearing away on the tips of your nails. And then just like that, we're all done. They'll last up to 10 to 14 days, and they're very pretty colors. And when it's time to take them off, you just use regular fingernail polish remover. I have found though that you need to hold the cotton, if you put it on a cotton ball or anything, you want to hold it down over it like they do at the nail salon. Hold it down there for 30 seconds to a minute, and then they wipe off much easier. I am actually going to save this piece, well, not save it, I'm going to use it now and put it on my right hand. So I was able to get two nails, I'm going to be able to get two nails done with one strip. So I'm pushing that way, and then I'm going to fold it down, and I forgot, give it just a little bit of stretch, a little bit. I don't know if y'all have ever used K-tape, but in their videos they talk about 50% stretch, 100% stretch. This is probably like 5% at the most, very little, 1%. Just a little bit of tug, you'll see what I'm talking about. And two nails done, just like that. So if y'all have any questions, I would love to hear from you. Thank you, and talk to you soon. Bye.